Look at the hair. I'm kind of obsessed with like how short it is in the back. Anyway, let's put some products on it before we lose all of our. I love heart-shaped hair, honestly. Okay. So we're gonna do at least some quads like we always do. Let me get my brush. We detangle in the shower. As you can see, the hair is pretty good, still detangled. That's great. It's 11:24. If I can be done in 1 hour, I will be incredibly happy. You can still see we still have some heat damage here, right here. But hopefully that doesn't mess us up too much. I only have one more clip. It's getting real. Okay. So when my hair is like in really good condition like this, when are we starting the sugar fast? I'm thinking like I won't have time to work on it till Saturday. So I'll probably start like Monday, something like that. Let's get into it. My arm's already kind of hurt. I haven't done this in a while. My muscle memory is like, oh, I forgot about this. Janelle. Friendsgiving is over. Now y'all just get that. This is just a holiday party at this point. I'm joking. Oh yeah, it's a Friendsmas. You say Friendsmas too, right? Oh my goodness, y'all had to wear a specific color? Oh, y'all doing it big. If I want to protect this new cut, I know I'm gonna have to wear a bonnet at night. That's so cute. Thank you, Yasmin. It's called Giving Niggas. I don't get the, was that one supposed to be It's giving nigga. I feel like it's giving nigga is good for like a Thanksgiving instead of Thanksgiving. It's giving niggas. You know, with Juneteenth. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm just glad you guys are getting together, Jonelle. You know what? Just anything to bring people together. That's what really matters, you know. Whatever y'all want to call it. That's good. Well, it's just you and me. It's me and you now. What I want to talk about? I honestly don't know. Usually I'm the queen of yapping, but tonight I'm just like, I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about? You saw me last night at DreamWorks? Hey, thank you. Y'all, I did like a little bit of a private comedy show for the employees at DreamWorks. They have like a little talent show where they do some outside comedians. Oh yeah, it was a long day, yeah. Sometimes I do outside comedians. Anyway, I have a friend who works there. And I did a show last night. It was really fun. Fun fact, at the end of the night, I was like, I can't find my keys. I could not find my keys. And I was like, I don't want to ruin everybody's time. I told my friend, I was like, I think I left them in my car. Because I was like, I distinctively remember walking away from my car and thinking to myself, I should lock my car, but I'm not going to lock it because I don't feel like getting my keys out. And this is a secure parking lot. So I'm pretty sure nobody's going to steal anything out of my car in this lot. So I just kept walking. And at the end of the night, I couldn't find my keys. So I told my friend, I was like, I'm pretty sure they're in my car. So we went to my car and they were sitting on my seat. Just sitting on my seat, chilling. And my car actually doesn't lock when the keys are inside. Like my car won't lock. It had been hours, like so many hours had gone by. And I was like, thank God. I really do love, I really love that about my car. Cause I left my keys in my car a couple times, but never for that long. Yeah, it's a safe, I figure it's a safe lot. Y'all got security. But you know what? DreamWorks employee user 353, the little security guard on the way out, he was making, I was like, calm down, Poppy. Don't try to make little eyes with me on the way out, honey. you, Chica. I love doing like corporate events. You know why? Because they're really fun, and usually like they're really fun and laid back. I've done a few different corporate events, but I also like to see the black men that's gonna be there. Cause I'll be like, I love a man with a little 9 to 5. I'm not B Simone. I love a man with PTO. Come on now. I'm doing these a little bit chunky today because I'm gonna do them a little bit smaller when I get to the front. But I kind of want my hair, it was kind of short in the back. I just got a haircut a month ago. So it's kind of short in the back and a little bit more stretched in the front. And so I kind of want it to look like that whenever I wear it out. Whenever that's going to be, I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad I took my hair down though. I love wearing my afro. Like, I saw a video that said, of course they weren't talking about all girls, but I see a lot of, I live in LA. I see a lot of girls like make a lot of generalizations, and we just have to understand that life is full of nuance. But anyway, oh, thank you, Wheat. I saw a girl make a video that was like, oh, if you wear wigs, if you wear wigs, that means that you hate yourself kind of conversation. And it's kind of like, that's good, Janelle. It's kind of like, y'all, like, there are plenty of people, this side of my scalp feels not clean. It's not. It takes like 3 times for me to wash my hair for my hair to get clean. I'm like, y'all do realize that there are people who wear wigs for different reasons. Like, it's not a self-hate thing for everybody. Now, if you hate the way your natural hair looks, then you just hate the way your natural hair looks. I've talked about this before. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the fact that if you hate the way your natural hair looks, you hate yourself. And that's the conversation that the girls are having. And this is somebody who, coming from me, I've been natural my entire life. Maybe I'm biased because of that, but like, you might hate the way that your natural hair looks and you don't feel comfortable with it. And with your hair like that, you have some self-esteem issues. But it doesn't mean that you necessarily hate yourself. Like, self-hatred is kind of like an extreme thing to accuse somebody of, like, just because of one element of their appearance, right? I think lots of things make us insecure about our hair. And I do think it's a self-esteem thing. But just because you have self-esteem, or you have low self-esteem in certain areas of your life, doesn't mean that you hate yourself. Everybody struggles with self-esteem issues in one area or another. Okay? So I just think the whole discourse about Black women who don't feel good about themselves in their natural hair, in their hair, means that they hate themselves. I just can't agree with that. As someone who has natural hair, has had natural hair my entire life, and who wears her natural hair, but also wears weaves and wigs or whatever because I want to. Like, I love a switch up. I love a different look. I love a moment where I don't have to do this every other night. Like, also, like, it's like, I feel like maybe the natural hair girls should take a step back and focus more on their own self-love journey versus trying to make a lot of assumptions about other people or generalizing other people. Like, a lot of the girls who are talking about this, I mean, let me be quiet. But I'm like, all of the girls who get online and make a lot of assumptions about hair in general don't ever look like they're working with a full deck to me. Either one way or the other. They never really look like they working with a full deck to me. So, but you know, that's just me. Y'all, I honestly do think that with this most recent haircut though, like, the hair is getting back to its healthy state, honestly, truly. Like, this kind of stuff right here, like, boop. Don't ever do this, but you know, when you see a little couple of hairs, it's kind of like, ugh. Okay, good night, Janelle. Don't start talking about good stuff like you always do. Like what? We can talk about it now. What y'all want to talk about? Where the bald head niggas at? Period. And where are y'all, actually? No, I don't have any stories. I went out last weekend. I gave somebody my number. I actually thought it was cute. Kind of liked him and everything. Hey, Pam, I'm about to do some skincare right now. Do I have shows in LA soon? Lenny, I live in LA. I had a show in LA on Sunday. You missed it? Do you really want to come to a show? If you live in LA and good night. Like, you must not really want to come. Cause LA, like, I tell LA folks specifically to join my Patreon. You can join for free. And when I have shows in LA, I give away tickets all the time. I literally have a private show that is catered and has an open bar, and 4 people from my Patreon are coming to the show. 4 or 6 people. Because I just say, hey, if you're in LA, you want to come to a show with an open bar, I'll be doing like 15 minutes. Say hey afterwards, of course, I'll be there the whole time. It's sponsored by Facebook. And the first 2 or 3 people that replied, I was like, y'all on the list. Which is actually Monday, which I gotta make sure I have a sitter for that. because I completely forgot to ask my sister about that. Pretty sure it's Monday, yeah. But yeah, you know. Thank you, Lenny. Anyway, so I gave somebody my number on Saturday when I was out. And he didn't call me. Hey, possible? No, this is the only brush I use on my hair. This is the only brush I will be using. I'm not a try different products type of person, to be honest with you. Once I find something that works, I just use the thing that works. This is a Felicia Leatherwood brush. It's black owned. I own 2 of them, one here and one in Dallas. I've had this brush for at least 4 years, at least. This is the only brush I use on my hair. It's the only tool besides maybe like a rat tail comb. But it's the only tool that I use on my hair, point blank, period. Love it. Anyway, so I gave somebody my number on Saturday, and they didn't call me or text me or anything, and I forgot it until Janelle just said that tonight about would I be talking about my dating chronicles. And I'm gonna block him when I get off this live, because I'm like, you didn't call me. That was like a week ago. You ain't gonna be calling me now. You're not gonna get bored one day and look through your phone and end up texting me. What's the lesson that I learned this year? The major lesson that I learned this year, the theme for this year in my life on my vision board was stepping into my power. I think I really did that this year. I did step into my power in a lot of personal ways. And I think the lesson that I learned this year, that I continued to learn over the past few years about myself, is that I'm incredibly resilient. And that's something I must remember about myself, because oftentimes you go through things in life and you think that those things are going to take you out, or you'll never make it through them. And that's not the truth. So, what do I do for a living? I feel like maybe I'm just arrogant or something. I don't know, but I feel like you don't know what I do for a living. I'm a comedian. Like, y'all, you didn't take a gander at the page or nothing. I was like, will it shake for a galaxy? No. What is that, like $1? No. Absolutely not. Well, what I look like, your sister or something? Don't shit shake over here for $1. So I'm tripping. I'm always tripping. But I don't know yet. We'll see. A galaxy is $20. I'm gonna need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 galaxies to make some shit shake over here. So what would you tell the younger you about the comedian industry? Nothing. I think I already kind of knew everything. What I would tell anybody about the entertainment industry in general is nobody's gonna put you on. Nobody else is going to come give you your big break. This ain't the 90s. Even the people who seem like they've made it, or people who definitely have made it, they're not even putting people on. They're so busy worried about being rich and successful themselves. You got to put yourself on. I think the mentality a lot of people have, especially when they learn that I'm a comedian or I work in entertainment, is you got to connect with Issa Rae, you got to get with Kevin Hart, they think that connecting with somebody, knowing somebody, working with somebody means that you're put on. It doesn't mean that. I don't even know if the internet really changed all that. I mean, the reality is like there's so many people in the 90s. Like in the 90s, even the comedy game was like, you gotta hustle. How many years you been doing it? You could say, I've been doing it 8 years. They'd be like, all right, 5 more years. That's how you really know you do it. There's all these rules, especially in comedy. When I started doing comedy, I've been doing comedy 12 years. When I started doing comedy, how many years you been doing it? Oh, you really hit your groove on year 7. There were all of these rules. Now the rules are just different. I think, and the gatekeepers now they're still gatekeepers, to be honest with you. There's fewer, but it's hard to make it in any industry. But I'm a Black woman doing this. How many Black women do you know doing comedy besides the women who've been doing it for 20 years? It's really difficult to break into this industry. I think the most recent one is maybe like Janelle James, and she's on Abbott Elementary. Are the rules real? The rules aren't real. There's no such things as rules in life. The real people who know that there are no such thing as rules, those are the people who tend to be more successful. That's something I had to teach myself over the years, because I'm a rules person. Like, I'm from the South. I grew up with a very, tame mother. I grew up in church. When you grow up in church and you kind of like fit this sort of good girl form that I think I fit a lot of my life, I created a lot of rules for myself. I followed all the rules and stuff like that. Like, I think that the fact that I was a rule follower has affected so many things in my life. Not necessarily in a negative way, but it took a long time for me to realize I don't have to do things this way. And I don't have to create rules for myself. Same with you, JP. So once you just realize you don't have to follow all of the rules that everybody else says you need to follow, life becomes different. Expansive, I would say. But you too busy following the rules, you'll just be a rule follower then. And honestly, the one thing that taught me that is being around a man. Being married taught me that. Being married to somebody who never followed rules taught me about how you can really create your own destiny. All you have to do is truly believe it. And people who are like mentally sane, it's really hard for us to believe things because they feel impractical and we're too busy following the rules, right? The sanity mixed with like the social conditioning makes you feel like things are impossible. And I really think that is actually one of the most powerful things when it comes to religion. It's like not just like the simple ways religion keeps us in control, but it's the idea that your destiny is up to somebody else. The idea, all of these things sort of keep you following. It's like all of the rules that you're supposed to follow, all of the ways in which you are out of control. Even the idea that you're supposed to like, oh, God has already planned everything in your life. It kind of makes you, it kind of really doesn't leave you much space even to fantasize about your life, to consider that you can change anything you want to change. It doesn't really leave a lot of space for that, for your imagination. So, yeah, but that's probably the one thing I would tell people is like, forget about all the rules. How you want to do it? But yeah, I realized it, but trying to put my hair back. My hair feels like it needs moisture, but I'm sure it does. It was braided up for a while, so. What else, y'all? What else is there? Let's look at the density. It's not looking too bad on this side. You can tell there's some damage on the end still. Thank you, Kat. Let me get a rat tail comb. Let me get a rat tail comb. Okay. I can find one. Oh, here we go. Nobody got nothing to say today? Okay. Well, watch me work. Work, 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 work. Now watch me work. Yo, I'm hanging out with one of my friends tomorrow, sleeping. And I'm trying to figure out what we should do. What would y'all do with a friend on a Friday night at 7 p.m. that is not centered around alcohol? Because I do not want to drink. So what would y'all do? Keep in mind, it's 7 p.m. Eat a cake? Eat a cake? We're not even no eat cake type of bitches, to be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna eat no cake. Go skating? It's gonna be dark. You talking about like skating like at the skating rink? There's not that many skating rinks in LA. I'm sorry. Trust me, I know I've looked at this before. There's not that many skating rinks in LA. Where you live at? Atlanta? Do something holiday related? Like what? What's holiday related? You talking about the skating rink? You live in Atlanta? Cause where you live? Cause I know you gotta live somewhere like that to say go skating. I'm sorry. Houston, but I'm from Georgia. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm from Texas, so, you know, I'm like, oh, has it? Do I have any shows in Tennessee coming up? No, I'm working on planning my tour for next year. I don't have any shows except for DC next weekend. That's the last show of the year. I don't really like to tour when it's cold. I don't like going to cities when it's cold outside, to be honest with you. That's why I don't really tour in the January, February. I'll go out again in like March, April. I do not like to travel to, like, even the fact that I'm going to DC next weekend is crazy because I hate the cold. Like, absolutely can't stand it. Even though that's probably the better time to tour because people are looking for things to do inside, but still. That hawk ain't no joke. What's a hawk? That's what y'all call a goat? Look at my little bob. 15 degrees where? Oh, okay. I have a lot of hair left in the Midwest. Huh. Go to a Lakers game? I hate sports. I remember one time one of my friends was like, one of my friends, her husband works in entertainment, and they hit me up. They were like, hey, Jasmine, you want to go to a Lakers game? And I was like, I called them. I was like, listen, I don't want to be disrespectful, but like, I don't want to go. They were like, it's free. I was like, yeah. They were like, we have a suite. I was like, yeah, I don't want to go. I was like, call around And they were like, all the friends are going. I was like, if there's another friend that wants to go, give them my spot. And they were like, okay, we'll call you back. Then they called me back and said, Jasmine, you're the last person. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go. And I went, and I did not pay attention to the game at all. But I did eat lots of snacks and stuff while I was there. When I tell you I do not care about sports, that's like, I do not care about sports. That's how little I care about it. That's what sweets are for, right? Because they had the little ice cream that come around and stuff. They had all types of snacks and food. I had a good time. And then every now and then, when I tell y'all, I literally had my back to the game, like, and then every time somebody cheered, I said, anyway, so, because I don't care about that. The NBA, the most popular NBA player right now, besides LeBron James, I know what LeBron James look like. I'm not even a LeBron James fan. I like Savannah. Like, people be like, LeBron. Like, yes, Marcus. This was the last thing I'm doing. I know. I was supposed to be done by 12:22. That would have been exactly 1 hour. I'll be close to done, but I won't be done by that time. Like the ones with the requirement, the sweets. I don't know. I didn't sit down the whole time. You sit down when you get ready to watch the game. I literally stood up. I don't even know what kind of seats they had. I didn't even have nothing to wear to the game. I didn't even wear Laker colors. I just wore black. I didn't even have nothing yellow. Like, I had something yellow, but it's like not something you wear. Like, if I was with somebody and they were like, Jasmine, I really want you to go to a Laker game with me, I would say, okay, I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm making conversation during the game, or I'm gonna be on my phone and I'm gonna get drunk. So I'm going to get drunk. I'm not gonna stay sober at a game. That's ridiculous. That's what the games are for? Well, you're in luck, because oh my goodness. My head is like sore right here. My whole scalp is like a little bit tender, honestly. I am not tender-headed, no. I really am not. My hair is really weak on this side, like you can tell. The gray hairs are just really not playing over here. They're like, bitch, welcome to your late 30s. They're like, girl, welcome. Cause you in your late 30s now, bitch. And you gonna learn. Even though I think my mom was like, you're not in your, I was like, Mom, I'm almost 40. She was like, you're not almost 40. I'll be 37 in my birthday. She was like, that's not almost 40. That's just your late 30s. You're not, when you get 39, you can say you're almost 40. I was like, I can't believe I'm almost 40. She's like, you're not almost 40. I'm like, I am. That's what almost 40 is. Like, we the same age, relax. We are almost 40, me and you. The gray hair is making me feel like I need edge control on this side. Like, girl, I didn't feel this way on the other side, but this side is like, do something. What age is almost 40? I'll be 37 in March. I'm 36. You're 41, about to be 42. 40s just don't feel the same as they used to. I feel like, honestly, this is the best I've ever looked in my whole life. And to be in my late 30s and say that this is the most confident I've ever been, this is the best I've ever looked, is crazy. In my head, right? Because you would think that that's something that you would think, oh no, my 20s I looked better. When I look back at old pictures in my 20s and stuff, I thought, yeah, I was cute. I was a cute girl. I wasn't fine or nothing like that. I think I'm very fine. Like, I look natural and pure. Thank you. Black people age backwards. We blessed like that. Some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us do, some of us don't. But nay, that's one of my favorite movies though. Benjamin Button is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. That movie made me cry. Everything about that movie is just pretty. The way it was shot, it was pretty. The woman who played Benjamin Button's lover in the movie is is just gorgeous. Brad Pitt looked fine as hell in that movie. That movie was that's just one of my favorite movies. When he turned back into a baby and she was taking care of him and he died in her arms. Wow. I'm using Inner Sense, yeah. Where am I from? I'm from Dallas, Texas, baby. Come on now, you can't tell? Where you from? You must not be American. Because everybody can see I'm from Dallas, Texas. How do I like it? I've been using Inner Sense for a few years. I love it. I don't use a lot of heavy oils and stuff. I don't use a lot of products on my hair. I love the fact that Inner Sense is just like a really light moisturizer and it leaves my hair really hydrated. I can add more and more product to it and my hair is soft and not crunchy, not hard, not weighted down. I love it. So I'm using. I also use Low Beast Peptide Mask. I put this on first. This is black owned. I really like this for like a leave-in, but I put this all over when I first got out of the shower, and then I put Inner Sense on top of it. Thank you, Maddie. I just got a cut a month ago too. I give California. People have been telling me that lately, but I've been in California for like a long time. You need to check Lobby out. Yeah, check it out. I've been in California for like 11 years or so, 12 years maybe longer than that. I moved to California in January 2014. It's about to be 2026, so I've been here almost 12 years, 2025. So maybe almost 11 years. No, maybe I moved January 2013. I have a southern tempo, yeah. I have low porosity hair and it's hard to find a good moisturizer. Your hair always feels dry. Well, I don't know anything about porosities. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if I have low porosity, high porosity. But the thing about it is a lot of times when girls tell me my hair always feels dry, my hair doesn't absorb water, I just be feeling like if you use butters and oil on your hair, water and oils and butters don't mix. That's the first thing. The second thing is, you can see I just got a haircut. So if you do not have a cut and you're using oils and butters, your hair is probably not in the best shape. So I recently got a cut because I had some heat damage from last year that I'm really trying to grow out. You can see this part is, and I also had some leave out this year. You can see this, like, you can see this, it has some heat damage. You can already see, because my leave out was on this side. But anyway, I'm trying to get my hair back together. And it's actually getting back together, look. We're doing good. Shaving my head and starting over. Any regimen recommendations? Maddie, you're not gonna need no recommendations if you bald. You shaving your head, what products do you need? You ain't gonna need none. For real talk. Well, when my hair started growing, this is what I do. And I have a child that has hair on their head that I'm taking care of too. And my child is fully black child with hair texture a little bit different than mine. Their dad is West African. And I believe in washing the hair once a week. I believe in not using a lot of heavy oils and butters on your scalp. My scalp gets irritated by oil. I believe in keeping your hair routine simple. Keeping it simple. A really good shampoo, really good conditioner, treating it delicately, not a lot of blow drying, no heat, no blow dryer, nothing like that. Just washing it, moisturizing it, wearing your bonnet at night, and keeping your hair hydrated with products like water or moisturizing products that have the first ingredients, water. That's really all I recommend. And leave your hair alone. If you really wanna grow your hair, you really want your hair to be really nice and healthy, you have to leave it alone. That's our problem. That's my problem. Every now and then I say, ooh, I want a little sew in. See, people jump into the comments and start giving I would never put Blue Magic on my hair. You know why? Because it's a very heavy oil. You leaving comments about something that I'm literally saying the opposite. And no shade, that could be your routine, but I would never use Blue Magic. And it's not because it's Blue Magic, it's because the shit is hard to wash out. You would have to use a clarifying shampoo multiple times till your hair gets squeaky clean to wash that out. And then people use Blue Magic and then say my hair is not moisturized, it's not hydrated. The water is bouncing off of it. What shampoo and conditioner do I recommend? Personally, I don't really think it matters too much. Right now, I'm using Sacred. I just started using Sacred not too long ago. I can't recommend it until I get to the end of the bottle. I don't know what's super revolutionary about it just yet, but I am using Sacred right now. Tonight, I use Sacred Hydrating Moisturizing Shampoo and Conditioner. I really like Tabitha Brown. She has a sweet potato moisturizing and moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. Tabitha Brown, I loved it. I thought it was really good, shampoo and conditioner. Yes, it's the Lobi Peptide Mask. This is all I'm using, and then I'm using InnerSense Quiet Calm Curl Control. I've used this so many times. I really like it. And I love the fact that it's just one product I'm using on my hair. Doesn't have a lot of oil. Doesn't have any oil. Doesn't have any butters. It's a water-based cream. And I don't have a problem with my hair being hydrated. But, you know. But most of all, like, we don't talk about enough the fact that the hair has to be left alone. Black hair is very fragile. It's fragile. It's light. I think the girls are just realizing just because your hair is you have a lot of density doesn't mean that your hair is strong. You do anything to it, it's fragile. Like, that's the thing. I love when I look at my hair. You see the shine from the root? That's one of my favorite things. Like just laying my hair flat and just looking at like how, you can't really see, but maybe you can see it this way, looking at like how shiny. Do I remember crisscross? Yeah, your Mac Daddy make you jump, jump. The Daddy Mac will make you, what do you mean do I remember crisscross? What do you think I'm, some fucking young millennial? I'm an 80s baby. Boop. The last one, y'all. OMG, the last one. I'll put a little bit more product in. The last one. I don't pay attention to curl pattern charts. I don't pay attention to porosity. I don't pay attention to any of that because it took me 1 hour and 2 minutes. I've been natural my entire life. I've never had a relaxer. That's why I'm not tricked into believing a lot of the hype that a lot of the girls believe, because while y'all were watching YouTube videos and learning how to do your hair, I was shaking ass because I had never had perm. I never did a big chop. I was a straight natural for all the way up until I was like 21, 22 actually. I got a bad haircut and then I started wearing my hair in its natural state. I never wore my hair in an afro till I turned to like 22. I used to keep my hair in a bob. But then when I turned 22, I think on my Instagram, there might be a whole hair journey. I go through my whole hair journey on my highlights. So check it out. Yeah, my mom gave my sister a jerry curl and all my sister's hair fell out because my sister's 14 years older than me. So after that, my mom was like, we're not doing anything to your hair. And I was thankful because I like being I like my hair. I never wore it natural because when I was in high school, that just wasn't the style. I wore my hair straight. I flat ironed it. I got presses. My hair was really in bad shape because I burned all my hair off all the time. It was just lifeless, thin, flat. It was straight though. And then once I started getting older, I started taking better care of my hair and my hair thickened up, like the density became more full because it was healthier. And I would just blow it out and get my hair cut in a blunt bob, wrap it every night, whatever. Then I got it cut one time. I used to go to Supercuts. I got it cut and the person used a razor on my hair. It was a Mexican person. Because the white guy who used to cut my hair at Supercuts, I went in there and he didn't work there no more. And the Mexican girl was like, I can do it. And so she did it and she pulled out a razor, started cutting my hair with a razor. She fucked my hair up. And then after that, I had no choice but to wear it in an afro because my ends were so torn up. And then I realized that like I could grow my hair long, which I never knew I could do because I was too busy being a straight natural. My hair was never gonna grow that long because it's fragile. That's why I would keep it in a bob, like a long bob. And so when I started leaving my hair alone, I grew my hair the longest it's ever been is like to my bra strap. And so when I grew it long all the way down to my nipples, where my nipples at right now, my nipples used to be up here. Anyway, so when I grew it long like to here, I started straightening it. Because when your hair is long, what do you want to do? You want to wear it straight. Burned all my shit off. Had to start over. I said, okay, I'm going to start wearing my afro again. Wore my afro again. Then I got married. My hair was really cute, nice, healthy, long. Then I was like, okay, I'm married now. I'm going to get off birth control. I got off birth control and 30% of my hair fell out. I had a bald spot right here just because of the hormone changes. So my afro went to being super luxurious to like thin. So then I had to I went to the dermatologist. I went to an allergy specialist. I went to all these people, hormone specialists, whatever. And ultimately, it just took time for my hair to grow back. And over the course of the years, it takes years for your hair to grow back. So over the course of that time, my hair grew back. And then once I had my baby, my hair was luxurious. It was thick, it was beautiful. I could do sew-ins, my hair was tame. And then after I had a baby, I've been through a divorce, all this kind of stuff. Like I just wasn't focused on my hair. I just was focused on looking good. And so that I could feel good. And my hair, I did not care about the health of my hair. I said, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. It's hair. I've lost it. I burned it off, whatever. But now, okay, so now after my kid is 3 now, almost 4. And so I'm like, I kind of care about my hair again. Like, I kind of miss my luxurious afro. So now, here we are. But before I had my baby, my afro, oh my God, my afro was so luxurious. It was big, it was like kinky. You could scroll through all my whole Instagram. You could see all of this on Instagram. Like, if you just want to scroll back, you could see all the shit. Like, scroll, you'll see my hair at different stages. So, but now I got a haircut a month ago. I was supposed to keep that wig on until February, but I took it down tonight. But I don't care because I miss my hair. I miss my hair. My hair looks really good. I got a healthy cut. And yeah. I love, you know, I just love my natural hair. So thank you, Vane. I miss having access to my scalp. I miss wearing my hair like this. I love this length because, you know, you could always do like a little, like some hair like pinned back. You could always do like half up, half down. You could always do like this. Just this length is just a really cute length. So, but I gotta figure out how I'm going to sleep with it tonight. The hairdresser burned your hair in high school once. Honestly, like anytime I'm cutting off the burned hair from 2024 from 2 silk presses. Last year I got 2 silk presses. They fucked up my whole trajectory. And I was working on healthy hair, but they just burned it. So that's why, like, it's pretty much cut off, but you can see this. That's heat damage. I did that though. But all of that heat damage is kind of cut off. But people don't realize your hair only grows so many inches every year. So when girls talk about getting waist length hair, girl, you're talking about a 5-year dedication. I don't have time for that. I don't care about having waist length hair. I want my hair to be cute as fuck. That's what I care about. At least 4 years of worrying about your hair. Like, come on, bro. So when we say burned off, we're talking about with a flat iron. It's very easy to burn your hair with a flat iron. Right? Or are you talking about a hot comb flat iron situation? Y'all, I have some people coming to clean my house tomorrow, my regular cleaning guy. My house is such a mess. I could just honestly, with a Marlboro curling iron, damn. I could honestly cry because my house is really like